which party? Aggrieved?
Not that they have been aggrieved as a result of the election.
Especially the former House of Assembly members that were not inaugurated.
I think we should be clear about the politics of Edo. Today in Edo, we have never been as united politically as we are now. You had a dissident group who contested elections and who refused to, and I think that is the operating word. The people of Edo elected them to go and represent them in their House of Assembly, and they refused to be inaugurated. They were not prevented from being inaugurated. They were listening to their godfather, who kept hoping and promising that he will be able to unconstitutionally get them, the House of Assembly, to be reproclaimed, even after the courts had settled the matter. So they did not come for inauguration, and on their own unconstitutionally refused to come and represent the people who elected them. So much so that after the statutory period, for more than 180 sitting days, they did not come. In fact, for almost a year, they refused to come and represent the people who sent them there. And you see, we are governed by law and the Constitution. And so those seats became void. They were declared vacant. That is what the rules say. That's what the Constitution says. And they went to court after that those seats were declared vacant by the Speaker. And they're in court. So there's nothing I can do at this point in time. I mean, I wish and I had prayed it didn't happen, but people were playing God and told them they will do what was not constitutionally possible. And that's why we're here today. And let us be clear. They cannot beg me. It is not about me. I am an elected governor of Edo State. I am not the one that plants people into the House of Assembly. They on their own have operated the rules of the House the way it should be, and the seats are now vacant. We should learn that our democracy is underpinned by the Constitution and the law. We just can't, even if I wanted to today to bring them in, I don't have such powers. And that should be made very, very clear. I don't have anything personal against any of them, but I cannot, on my own, because I've governed, I don't have that authority to bring them back into the House.
Excellency, like I said, former Governor of Lagos State, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, said you are not a Democrat by that action that you took of excluding them. Are you, after your re-election, affirming here that you're a Democrat and you follow democratic processes?
Democratic processes are underpinned in our Constitution. It is the concept of godfatherism that is undemocratic. The concept of some people who are not governed by the Constitution, remote controlling constitutional operators, that is democratic. And it's going, if we didn't stop it in Edo, it would have derailed our democracy. Right. So whoever is talking from Lagos is not and cannot be a Democrat.
Yeah,
and yes.
The election has come and gone.
Yes.
Your fellow contestant, the man Yamutu, said he's still going to court on pre-election matters on the ground that you are not qualified to contest the election. How do you react to this?
I'll wait for the courts to make that decision.
It is believed that
Last question.
One of the things that made you
Last question.
Was the work you did in your first tenure.
Yes.
What should be the expectation of people from you in this second tenure?
It's a much more difficult environment, and that is where we are focusing. You have to understand that for us in Edo, we run elections every 2 years. So I don't have the luxury of most other governors of operating for like 3 years before I have another election. Within the next 2 years, we're going to be, in another 2 years, we're going to be running national elections. So I have an 18-month window to work. And by the grace of God, we've had experience. We've been doing some background work, and you will see in the next few months how we unveil our plans and what we do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.